What's going on with you guys, man? It's Grind Life Productions back at it again with another video. I hope you guys been doing good. I hope you guys been taking care of yourselves, and most importantly, I hope you guys been working on your mindsets, because what you need to understand is that you can't take too many days off. And I'm not even gonna say taking days off is a bad thing, because sometimes you need a mental break, sometimes you need to get yourself right, but at the same time, you gotta have the discipline to not give up on your purpose. You gotta have the discipline to keep on going even when you feel like nothing is going your way. Because when you have that discipline, you know that you're going to stay locked in through and through, because things in life happen. You can't control what happens. All you can control is how you react to these things. So, life throws us uppercuts, life throws punches at us all the time. But, it's up to us to the bob and weave. It's up to us to maneuver throughout these punches and uppercuts, because if we don't do it, then we're going to stay stuck. And, I'm telling you guys this because I'm a victim of taking so much time off, to the point where I literally diminish my progress. I'm literally suffering from this right now, but I know I'm gonna bounce back, so I'm not really worrying too much. The only thing I'm worrying about is going back to my old ways, because I don't want to go back to my old ways, because my old ways is what got me in trouble. Because I had a good thing going on, I had some good motion going on, but I just thought to myself, I'm like, yo, what if I just get into this relationship? And what if it goes good? I get into the relationship and I lose like my productivity, because I'm not in a place where I want to be. So, this is going to be a dual video. So, the two main topics of this video is not taking too many days off, and also staying away from relationships knowing that you're not ready. I understand the benefits of hopping into a relationship. You got somebody to talk to all the time. You got instant box. You got instant box that you could get to whenever you want. You don't got to struggle too much, because it's always there. But then again, at the same time, that's also a commitment. And that's a commitment that most of us are just not ready for, but we don't want to admit that, because we just want to get it in and we just want to feel something. But it's bigger than that. Life is bigger than the box. Let me say it again. Life is bigger than the box. Matter of fact, I want to see this in the comments. Life is bigger than the box. You can't make your life sole purpose just getting some coochie, bro. You really can't, because it's you don't get anything out of that. You don't get anything out of that unless you're trying to have a kid. You don't get anything out of chasing coochie. You don't get anything out of chasing a box. You don't get anything out of that. So we got to keep it real with ourselves. So we may get into this relationship and it doesn't go the way we want it to. So now we're feeling some type of way. Now we're feeling bad. And given the fact that we feel bad, it affects all the other areas of our lives. So even though we got a lot of things going on for ourselves, we still feel really bad internally, to the point where we don't even feel like hopping on a grind anymore. So, we are in a period of where we must sacrifice these pleasures that are for right now for something greater even later. We need to sacrifice all these temporary things, because it's not gonna last. If we don't have intentions with it, we don't need to bother with it at all. Leave it alone if you don't have any true intentions for it. Leave her alone if you don't have any true intentions for her. Leave her alone. And if you think you can't be friends with this chick, bro, don't even talk to her. Because you need to focus on your goals. You need to focus on getting after it. You need to focus on creating your life. You need to focus on chasing after your career goals, because a lot of guys don't chase after their career goals. They chase after their temporary goals. They chase after the things that's going to make them feel good for the moment. They chase after the things that's going to help them out for the moment, but they don't chase after the things that's going to help them out long term. They don't focus on these things because it takes too much effort. It's too hard. It's too difficult. It takes too much. It takes too much time. But you got to do these things. This is just a sad Well, it's not even a sad reality. It's just life. That's just the reality of it. If you want great things, you have to have a long-term plan, and you got to follow through with that long-term plan, and you got to be consistent with that long-term plan, because if you're not consistent with that long-term plan, you're not going to get any of the things that you want, and you're always going to be in a mindset of want because you are not doing what you need to do. You're always going to be in a state of lack because you always feel that you're missing something, when in reality, you're just missing yourself. You're just missing your goals. You're just missing being on a grind. Because when we stop like our motion, when we stop doing what we're doing, we feel lost, we feel empty, we feel like we should just settle down, but that's not the case, because even when we settle down, we're like, dang, bro, I probably should have went a little bit harder. And then we start regretting everything that we did. So that's why I'm saying, bro, take the time to yourself to get yourself right, bro. You don't have to go at it right now. You don't have to go after that chick right now. Like, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. Yo, a chick turns 18 every single day. That's the legal age in America. So you know, every single day there's gonna be a beautiful chick. So you're gonna see beautiful women all the time. You got this. You understand this. You're gonna see beautiful women all the time. So just because you see a beautiful woman today, it doesn't mean you have to pounce on her. It doesn't mean you have to go after her. Now, if you want to go after her, then go after her. But if you're not where you want to be, focus on what you gotta focus on. Lock in. Reject temptation, stay on the proper path, and trust in God's plan. Endure the pain. Kinghood awaits. This is all a test. Keep moving forward. You got to treat a lot of things in this life as a test, because God really does test us a lot. He really does test us a lot. He wants to see if we're really ready for these blessings, because the only way we fail those tests is by going back into our old ways. And it's so simple to understand, but it's easier said than done. So simple to understand, but it's easier said than done. So we need to get familiar with pattern recognition. We need to get familiar with the things that we do on a day-to-day basis. We need to get familiar with the things that ticks us off. We need to get familiar with the things that triggers us, so we can grow, so we can become better. We're getting older, guys. We're not getting younger. Time is moving forward. It's not moving backward. So let's move forward with time. Let's seize the opportunity. Let's do what we got to do. Let's take care of what we got to take care of. Let's just be great. Like, how many of you guys really want to be greater? How many of you guys actually want to tap into your greater selves? How many of you guys actually want to get better connected with God? How many of you guys actually want to be a better man? How many of you guys actually want to be a better man? I know I want to be a better man. So I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to make sure I'm surrounded by people who want the same goals as me. So you know what you guys should do? You should join my Discord, man. You know I'm promoting this thing like crazy, bro. Hop in the Discord. Join the Grind Life community. We're getting active. We're going crazy. And we're winning. We're sharing our wins with each other. So you don't got to feel like you're alone. You don't got to feel like you're by yourself. You can be surrounded by a group of guys who want the same things as you. You can be surrounded by a group of guys who want to win just like you. You can have these things. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you need a support system. Sometimes you need people to help you push towards your goals. Sometimes you're not going to feel like doing it by yourself all the time. Sometimes you're not going to feel like that guy. But you know, that is when you go to the support system, you let them know what's going on, and then they give you the encouragement that you need. They give you the motivation that you need, and then you get right back to the grind. Because I don't know about you guys, when I'm feeling down, you know, I try to go on YouTube, I try to look up motivational videos, but it just doesn't hit the same, because it's not like from people that I know. It's not from people that I know. It's not from people that I'm familiar with. That's just not what it is. Now, given the fact that's not what it is, it's not authentic. It's not authentic. Now, if it's somebody I know sending me a motivational video, I'm going to tap into that. Because I'm like, oh, I bet this is coming from somebody who I know. So I'm going to get into that, and I'm going to get the motivation, and then I'm going to go crazy. And I'm going to thank him, and then we both going to go crazy. We both going to do our thing. We both going to go up. I'm probably going to send him some motivational videos. If he need to talk, I'm probably going to talk to him, and I'm going to help him out. If I need help, I'm going to go to him, and he going to help me out. So it's a fair exchange. And this Discord is free, guys. This Discord is free. Join the Discord, bro. Join the Discord, bro. We getting locked in. We doing our thing. So let's get it, bro. But yeah, man, before I end off this video, I just want to let you guys know there's nothing wrong with taking time off. But here's the thing, you got to be strategic with that, bro. Because if you're really serious about your goals, you really won't take too much time off. You're not going to negate yourself. You're not going to put yourself in a negative position by taking so much time off to the point where you just destroy all your progress. You're going to take the necessary time that you need, and then you're just going to get right back to it because it's something that you just want. And in this life, when we want something, we go after it. When it's life, when we want something, we do what we got to do to achieve it. So here's the big question that you got to ask yourself, and this is what I'm going to leave you guys off on. Do you really want it that badly? Because if you really wanted it that badly, you would have made a way for it to happen. You wouldn't take so much time off to the point where you just destroy your progress. You would just keep on going. Now, consistency is key for sure. And that's the thing. You got to be consistent. You got to be consistent. Yeah, if you show up every now and then, I guess you could call that consistent, but that's not good consistency. You know what good consistency is. You just don't want to live up to it because you're trying to make excuses for yourself. But I'm just letting you know, bruh, stop making those excuses and stop playing around with yourselves. But with that being said, this has been Grind Life Productions, and we signing out. Join the Discord, bruh. Let's go.